my God,
feel
look
good.
at that.
That's gotta feel so good.
Oh, your claws are sharp.
Oh, look at, see these bites, guys? This is what the blue iguana did to, whoa, she got that whole thing.
Take your finger.
Take your finger.
Wow.
I love these guys. Such a privilege to have these guys living here. You know her, you love her. It's Lola. And Lola got into a bit of a scrap yesterday with this character over here, the blue iguana. These guys are just fun. Here he is. That blue iguana there came over when we were feeding. He ran out and he got onto Lola's leg and he shook and he actually cut her really deep. So I'm going to do a little workup on her. Just FYI, these guys are for sale. I need the cage space.
Thank you to all our loyal Patreon members out there. This week's shout out goes to Joe and Carrie Hathaway.
Yep, but what you should know about Cyclura is these guys are highly territorial and they can be aggressive towards each other, especially those of a different species. You see, so he's got his area, she's got her area. Do you see that's a bit of a submissive stance she's in right now? She just kind of raises her tail up like that to let him know she is submissive. He's gonna come here and try and nibble on me. But this guy, I haven't worked much with him.
Well, he makes it as difficult as possible.
He does. But if someone is looking for a breeding pair, that's what these are. So they are for sale. You can email me at kenanh1comcast.net because I need this cage space for my rhino iguanas because we're going to be tearing out that rhino iguana enclosure. Now, back over here to Lola and Guapo.
This is Guapo.
As you guys can look at his back feet. Now, Lola in years past was kind of a jerk and she nibbled on him. It was kind of funny to see her get a bit of a taste of her own medicine when this guy ran over here. He just came right over. She was kind of right there and he just nailed her and he shook. So let me see. They do heal quickly, but it was the other side. Come here, baby. You know I'm not gonna let that mean guy get you anymore. Come here. Oh, I just need to get her closer to me so I can easily work on her. And you know, this would still be considered a superficial wound, but here it is. Look at this. You can see. Can you guys make that out?
Oh, I wouldn't have. Oh.
See, that's a pretty good
That's a pretty
slice.
deep laceration.
It's a deep laceration.
So is that pus that's coming out?
I don't know. It could be lymph. But if you look here too,
Yeah.
there's
two.
It's there.
So
and there.
what
He
part of
grabbed
his-
her.
Okay,
He
his
grabbed her
claws.
like no, his mouth. He grabbed her and shook. And even though these guys are herbivores, they are definitely have formidable teeth.
Definitely left marks.
Yes,
Wow.
he did. So let's go ahead.
Will that
This is betadine.
sting? Okay, so it won't sting. It's just povidone iodine.
Exactly. I'm just kind of rinsing her out. And I like using it in this because it creates a little pressure so I can
Will
kind of
sting
irrigate.
anything.
Yeah, but it's irrigating the wound. Okay? Very simple. But you can see doesn't seem like she's in much discomfort, to be perfectly honest. So we've cleaned that out. Now I'm going to just gently press. That hurt her a little bit. I just want to press it. And you can kind of see she's being very good.
Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to.
That's fine. Yeah, yesterday.
She pushes into my hand. She loves it.
To be honest with you, yesterday I actually used this. You can see it is still open, but I'm using the Silverdine. Yeah, it's just such a good.
Just a backup for a couple days. You'll put him on.
I'll just keep.
Just to beware.
Exactly. Just keep kind of doing this.
Yeah, we love you. We love you.
Just keep doing that. And, you know, we seal it up. Just like that.
Look, she knows you're helping.
Yeah.
She's so chill.
She's so cool. That's awesome. So this stuff gets in the wound and it does create an antimicrobial situation, which is nice. I love it. Very, very cool. But again, these are the kind of things that are going to happen when you keep multiple animals. Accidents happen. You've got to have some first aid knowledge. This is a superficial one. If anything were to really go wrong with her, I'd bring her to Dr. Mike Gillen at PGA Animal Clinic for some kind of suture or whatever. I don't think I really need to suture her.
They're not too deep.
No, what I'll do is I'll keep an eye on it. And if it doesn't close in the next couple of days, I will go ahead and bring her down there to him. And we'll go ahead and irrigate it again. He'll throw a couple of sutures in it. No big deal. But at this point, I'm not really too concerned. These are animals that in the wild will have skirmishes like this. But make no mistake, if this was a larger Cyclura male, like Guapo size, because Guapo's he's much bigger than the blue iguana over there, what would happen is they can also death roll. And Sam Pascucci has told me of scenarios where, look at her right back to her little sunbathing spot, has told me of scenarios where the males have pulled off like part of a foot or even a lower part of the leg. So you got to be very, very careful. Yeah, they can be aggressive to each other if kept together too long or if kept in a small enclosure. So you don't want that to happen. She is just an incredible specimen, though. I mean, if you look at her, look at just that robustness that she has.
Yeah.
Beautiful spines. Yeah. I mean, just so solid. And she's been with me a very long time. Since if you guys remember, she did get annoyed at Guapo. They don't breed anymore, but they tolerate each other here in this enclosure. But I added this half dome, this half culvert here last year, and that really cut down on the problems of them getting into arguments, getting into skirmishes, because out of sight, out of mind. Visual barriers, very important. Very important. Let's head over here, because you got to spend time with him, but I haven't. And again, look at the rhino iguanas doing their thing, and it's so cool to have Cyclura. Cyclura and my monitors are my favorite lizard species. I just think they're awesome. I think they're intelligent. I think they're very cool looking animals. I like to come over here and I help them shed some of these keratinous spines. That's what this is. It's made out of keratin, like our fingernails, and they shed them from time to time.
Wait, the top?
The outer layer.
Oh, I sometimes will kind of help them along a little bit like this, but you're saying this actually, the shell comes off.
This will come off.
Wow.
Yep.
And it's so funny because they literally love it when you give them attention. If you push into them or even just pet them, he pushes against you so hard.
Yes, and that's the other reason I really like these species, because, you know, especially they're very rewarding when you work with them, because if you can grow them up and live with them and spend a good deal of time with them, they really are the best pets. They're as close to what I always say reptile dogs, because they're just so incredible, man.
They appreciate time spent with them. I know that he comes over when I walk in. He lets me do my deal, and he enjoys it, and then he's like, okay, I'm done.
Time to go. Yeah, he's like a cat, right? They come over when they want it. But I love helping them shed. And I know that these are ready to shed because the skin is lifted up, and you just gently, believe it, this is very easy. It's coming off nice and easy, and you can see.
And no bother whatsoever.
No bother at all. He'll let me know.
Yeah.
He'll pull away.
Or he'll slap you.
Right, but these last two, one more
That's
here.
Wild. Let me see
one more. Yeah, I'll get you one right here. There it is. Pretty neat.
That is very cool.
So, and this is that's dry. That'll go away. That's some residue.
Fresh skin.
Yeah, and we've got like right here on his eye.
That one I never want to pull. I always let you do that.
Yeah, I just feel like it's annoying. It would annoy me, but maybe it's not annoying to them because it's something. Oh my God!
Look at that.
That's got to feel so good.
I can't believe he lets you do that without any issue.
Well, that's what I mean. It's
trust.
Human beings aren't so bad. We have these opposable thumbs, and if we're caring, I think other animals will allow us to get close if we earn their respect and trust. And now I'm grooming him. So this is how you groom your pet Cuban iguana. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't bring him to a dog groomer, so I had to learn how to do it myself. But he seems to appreciate it. And man, he's like a pointer. I just need to teach him to do that. And he's like a pointing dog. But he's my little reptile buddy.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy, man. I love him so much. Such a cool animal. And they're very closely related to the blue iguanas over here. Let's go in here and see if we can kind of make friends with this jerk. I'm teasing, of course.
Lovingly.
Lovingly. I just got dizzy. I just got up and got real dizzy.
Welcome to the club.
Okay, so let's get in here. Just sit. Now, this is a young male. He's sexually mature, but he's young. He doesn't have as high a crest as Guapo, but he is perfectly intact, as is the female here.
Are you saying that he's the same breed?
He is closely related, but is a different species. He's actually a hybrid between the Cayman Island blue iguana, Cyclura caymanensis, Lewisi. It's Cyclura lewisi, and then he's a hybrid between that and a Cuban iguana, because you cannot legally get the pure Lewisi, breed here, or species. So is he going to go inside? Is he going to take off on us? Yep. Oh, he's out of here. They'll learn to go in and out of the heated shelters, which is fantastic. Here's the female. You can see she's much more sleek. She doesn't have as high a crest as he does, but she is also sexually mature. She's laid 9 eggs this year. I have a couple incubating, but I do want to move these animals out, and I want the rhinoceros iguanas to move into here.
Because then we'd be able to deal with their current habitat.
Correct. I'd be able to tear that down. Yes. In fact, let's go hang out with our rhino iguanas. We're hanging out with all the Cyclura today. I'm really glad we gave her some attention.
Look at her, she's so chill.
Yeah,
immediately just relaxing.
Yeah, so that shows me she's not really bothered by that injury. She's not favoring that leg. She's still kind of interested in food and things like that. So not a problem. We'll keep an eye on it. If you notice it oozing or smelling, then you know that you have a problemo. But let me just put this in the garbage.
And in that situation, you'd bring it?
I would bring her to the vet, because she may need an antibiotic injection. And it's always good to bring the animal to the vet so you can get an accurate weight, and then do a cleaning at the vet, and then he would send me home with the actual medications for me to inject, usually a Baytril or Septazidime.
Look at these guys, they're very happy to see.
Yep, they're happy.
They must be hungry.
Oh yeah, wow. And in fact, before I go in, let me just get them a treat. I'm gonna grab a little coffee.
We'll be in a second. Just a second. Oh, your claws are sharp. Like hooks. So, are you excited to see us? Yes, would be the answer.
If you want these animals to really appreciate you, bring them food. Bring them something to eat. Let's go over here. Hello. Hey, where you going? That's the female. She's cute. You gonna go up there, or do you want to come here and smell this? Smell this.
Is it broken? Yeah.
Yeah, I break it, and then come on. And these are those strong teeth we were talking about. Hey,
down here. Come on.
Here, you can lure her with this. I'll work on him. Just bring her down. Yeah. We're gonna come in here.
Come on. There you go.
Awesome. All right, here. You want to throw that to me?
Go get him.
Come here, guys.
Come on.
Come on, guys. So these two are awesome. I think it would be great to have a different enclosure where I'm able to really sit, interact with them both. I got to keep my eyes open now, because she's going to be grabbing this as him. Oh, look see these bites, guys? This is what the blue iguana did to, whoa, she got that whole thing. This is what the blue iguana got.
I'll take your finger.
Take your finger.
Wow.
Definitely.
Very gentle.
Wasn't he gentle?
Almost.
Well, I think they have I think they definitely have a clue. They don't want to hurt me.
But I mean, that was gingerly.
That was very nice. And yesterday I did the same thing to him as I did to Guapo. And look at that blue. Look at that beautiful spines right there. Watch this.
Very raw.
See this? Look at this.
I mean, it's like the color of the dirt, and then it's dark blue.
Look at that. Look at that beautiful animal. I love these guys. Such a privilege to have these guys living here. You gonna go up on my leg?
That's the best part right there, is when like Guapo tries to crawl on something. That's my favorite part.
I love sometimes when I wear my Akubra hat, they'll actually just kind of hang out on top of my hat. And again, this is why I absolutely love rhinos, Cubans, blue iguanas. They're just incredible.
And they're not small. I mean, look at the size of this.
Well, this guy's going to get even larger.
Right.
This will
be... Guapo's huge, by the way. I don't know if he comes across clear on the camera, but he's like 4 feet long.
Yeah, he is. Again, I had seen these guys many, many years ago when I first came to Florida. And I was like, my God, I have to have one of these type of iguanas. They're just incredible. And even her head, like she's shedding right here. Look at that blue dome. They remind me a little bit of a Pachylocephalsaurus, which is that dinosaur. Oh, she didn't like that. I'm sorry.
Ooh, look at that open mouth. You can see right in.
I think she's just swallowing that food.
Yeah.
I've never had an issue with these two. Never any aggression towards me. They came from Starborn Reptiles. Dave Morningstar and his family raised beautiful cyclura and tortoises. And these, we did a little trade. I think it was star tortoises for a pair of Queenie's babies. They're the multi-horn rhino iguanas. You see, look at all these beautiful horns that she has. I mean, she's gorgeous. And these are true horns. They are part of her skull. The outer layer is keratin, but that is actually horn. He's having a hard time. Let me see if I can.
He didn't want it when I was holding it. He doesn't trust me.
Look at that.
See, that's the part that surprises me, is that they're so ginger when it got down to the bit, but they're like, they'll rip it right out of your hand.
They're using their teeth like just a saw. They're sawing through that, and it works so well, and it can get through flesh too.
Oh, easily.
Look at that.
Easy.
Look at this. And their eyes are gorgeous. Look at his eyes. Like Guapo's got those red eyes.
You're interested in me, aren't you?
Look at that. They're powerful animals. They were the largest land animals on each of their respective islands in the Caribbean. Then we brought goats and cats and dogs, and goats outcompete them for the same food. Dogs and cats kill their young and even the adults. And then rats are also decimating the nests and eggs, which is a problem.
Oh, the eggs.
The eggs, yeah. The rats will get the eggs. But these guys are something of omnivores. When they're young, they'll eat some insect, they'll eat some crustaceans. But as they get older, they tend to focus more and more on plant matter. But still very, very cool animals. Every now and again, they may eat some kind of protein. But, you're going to...
Like your foot?
Yeah, you're gonna go for the protein in that leather? That is so cool. And it looks like he's done. But again, man, so awesome. He's going to go up on his perch. But I think if we could tear this enclosure down and put those guys where the blue iguanas are, I think that would be a really cool enclosure for them. And then I would do something different with this enclosure. It would get broken down, and I would use this area for the cherry head tortoises, which we have new cherry heads on their way here next week, being shipped all the way down from Minnesota.
Is this the only wooden-based enclosure left? Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it was built a long time ago. But look, I like to help them shed their feet too, because sometimes their shed can actually cut off the circulation to their little toenails.
Way.
Yeah, so you help them out.
Oh, you're really getting down to the nails there.
I am getting down to the nitty-gritty.
And look, they don't just will not bite you. Like
No.
You're pulling at their skin.
I mean, this is years of trust. And you also have to read their body language.
Right.
You can tell when they're agitated.
They are not showing any signs of
None.
Anxiety or anything right now.
No, that's what's so cool. Is I love this aspect of the reptiles. Is most people look at our reptiles or look at reptiles and think that they're these mindless creatures, but if you spend enough time with them,
well, just their capacity for injury is real.
Right,
but they don't take into account their attitude or
right. Look at this. I'm helping her out. She's got some shed right there. There we go. Look at the blue. Look at the blue.
Yeah, that really is. Wow.
And that is ready to go. And she would get rid of this. Now I have to be careful. She would get rid of this, okay, by rubbing against something. So I am helping her.
I'm assuming that's why they always push against us when we try to pet or peel, right?
Yeah.
Like Guapo pushes against me enough to move me sometimes.
I can't actually see. Hi, baby. Oh, yeah. There it is. There it is.
They do like it.
Ah, she's up top. She's like, you can't get me if I'm up here.
I don't think they realize just how tight how sharp those claws are.
Oh my God, especially on a bald head.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
That is funny.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. Now's a good time to say goodbye because she just wanted to come up here and have a good look around, maybe see into Guapo and Lola. Love my Cyclora. These guys are great. As I mentioned before, if you're looking for blue iguana hybrids, I do have that pair, and I'm looking to move out so I can do some work with this enclosure and pull it down and, you know, build something better and move these guys into the other area. So that's kind of what's going on. Oh my gosh.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. There ain't nothing I can do, man.
Oh, look, he's ready.
Look at this.
Why is it that they always want to do this to you?
Because
this is not the first time that this has happened.
I know, they love going up, they love going high.
This is amazing.
That is so cool. All right, friends, well, there you have it. Another fun video. What a great way to end it with our rhinoceros iguanas, with our female Petra. I'm gonna make sure that we can get a photo. Go ahead, man. Go portrait mode. I'll see you guys on another episode. Let me know what you thought today.
Amazing.
Awesome. See you guys later. Look for that photo on Instagram. See you guys.